That's it. All right. Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's your man, Reggie Smith, and we are here again inside the Wellness Awareness Recovery Network.
Recording in progress.
And we want to record this so we make sure that it's on demand for all of you who couldn't be here while we were producing live and interacting with the fabulous and the wonderful Althea L, who was holding down Lavenderlite. We ran across each other as she dropped lots of science about how to stay healthy and use healing solutions. And it's like, man, this girl got some knowledge. And then come to find out she got skills and a network of folks as well. So we are so happy to have Althea with us every second and fourth Thursday. That's hard to say. Every second and fourth Thursday at 2:30. Second and fourth Thursday at 2:30. You can join us here live, and that way you can interact and get your questions asked and all of that. And I'm glad that you're here. And for those of you who are not on stage right now, don't worry, we're going to get you in the mix in just a little while. But let me introduce to some and reiterate to those of us who know Althea L. Come on, Althea, drop some knowledge on it.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Pastor, thank you so much. This week I've decided to do, I think, on reading for relax. Because everybody experiences stress, and it's natural. You have no on your job, relationships. Relationships always hard one. Even if they're good or bad, there's just a lot of stress that comes with it. And when we are under stress, there's our sympathetic nervous system. When you're under stress, it causes your heart to beat faster. You can hear? Somebody said something?
No, you're good.
It raises your blood pressure. So what I was saying was there's a nerve called the vagus nerve, and there's one on each side of our neck. It leads from the brain to the stomach to digestion. And so when you're frightened, your brain tells your heart to beat faster, fight or flight kind of thing, and that's really dangerous. There's a lot of health issues to that, right? So the vagus nerve, how you can bring your blood pressure down is to either massage it on an upward stroke. You don't massage it downward. You always go upward. And it's always good to use some type of oil sometimes. You don't have to, but this week we're going to talk about breathing, because you don't always have the oils around that. And in different situations, you would do different kind of breathing. Let me see what we have here. The first, there's a yogic breathing that has to do with the stomach. And I want y'all to do this with me. We're going to do this together. This is like a workshop, right? So everybody be prepared to do something with their hands. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is they call the yoga breathing. And yoga, they involve all three parts. Now, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to put it on your belly and put it so that your fingers, the very tip of the middle fingers are barely touching, and put it on your belly. When you inhale, your fingers should come apart. If you're belly breathing, when you inhale, take that air to your belly, and your fingers should do this when you inhale. When you exhale, they should touch it. And then you know if you're doing it right. So are you doing it?
Yep.
Inhale, and your fingers should separate. And then when you exhale, they should come back together. Do you feel that?
I feel it.
Do you feel it, Dee?
No.
Okay. When you inhale, bring the air to your stomach. You don't have breathe through your nose. I'm gonna tell you another thing about that too. Always breathe through your nose. We're gonna talk about that too. That's why it's not getting there. Bring it in your nose down to your stomach. Even if you gotta you should feel the air going to your stomach, because your fingers will separate. Do you feel that? If anybody else don't feel it, is Dee the only one that doesn't feel it?
I'm getting lightheaded.
I don't feel it.
I'm getting lightheaded.
No, I don't hold your breath. I just can't hold that. Just try practicing that. But once you do that, then you know the feeling. You got that. We're helping D while she's not feeling it. Only through your nose. Okay, kind of. Even if you have to kind of press your stomach out, you're forcing your air down to your belly. You don't feel your belly moving at all?
Oh yeah, it's moving.
I'm not. I know. It has to be moving. But the air has to go somewhere.
Okay, you said inhale through my nose.
Through your nose. Your belly should come out. Hey, Wanda.
I had a problem at first.
Breathing with belly breathing. You know about belly breathing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So while D works on that, the next thing is to take your hands and put them on your rib cage and breathe. And this thing, not so much the finger, but you should feel them rising and falling. Inhale, it should come up. Exhale, it should go down. That's your diaphragm. Diaphragmatic breathing. Okay? You feel that? You should feel rising. Do you feel that, D? On your ribs? You don't feel on your ribs either? Wait a minute, hold on. D must be an alien, huh? You're an alien? Hi, Carol. We're at the okay, we started with the belly breathing. It's the yoga breathing. You started with the belly, where your fingers, when you inhale, it should come out and meet, and when you exhale, it should come back together again. When you put your hands on your belly, that's what we did. Okay.
So when you say
the rib cage.
Okay. When you say put it on my belly, like with my belly button?
Yeah, like where your belly, like I'm gonna stand up. All right, see where my hands are? Okay. When I breathe, look. See how? Breathe through my nose. See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how it should kind of look. And now we go to our rib cage. Not that the fingers meet, just so you can feel that the air is getting to your diaphragm. So it should rise and fall. See my hands moving?
Yes.
Okay. Then they go from there underneath your collarbone, where your chest. Same thing, the air. You should feel rise and fall with your hands. Always from your nose. And I'm gonna tell you why from your nose. See, your nose, God designed your nose to take in air because it protects you from taking a lot of stuff that's not good for you. Your mouth, when you take it in, it doesn't stop anything from coming in. All the bad stuff come in. So always breathe through your nose, for inhaling. Okay? So that's the basic. Okay, now, if you're in a situation where you're driving, and right then, and you just need something really quick, the best thing to do is and we can do after I show you the first time, is inhale 2 times. 1 on a count of 2, like 1, 2, and let it out on 4. Like look, I'll just do it. Your exhale should always be longer than your inhale in that situation. Always. So if you bring in a count of 3, take it out a count of 4 or 5. Always.
So you bring it in and let it out on 4?
Right. It depends on how many numbers, how much far you count to bring it in. Mm-hmm. Always be larger when you exhale.
Okay.
That's one of the steps. Okay.
You know what I'm checking out is that, a lot of times I'm just not conscious of what I'm breathing. And that's what the importance of what you're doing right now is. I'm not conscious. So I breathe very shallow. Remember that Eddie Murphy movie, what was that, Harlem Nights, when they locked the dude up in the safe? He told him he didn't think he was going to have enough. Just take short breaths. That's what I do a lot of the time. So
now to breathe right now, to practice the deep breathing, it's inhale through your nose and always exhale through your mouth. Now, if you want to breathe more slowly, you should aim for 6 breaths a minute. That means just regular breath. You're not like extending. You should like 6 breaths a minute. Some people normally breathe much faster, which makes the heart race faster and all that. It should be 6 breaths a minute for slow breathing. Let's see what else. Another way to stimulate, they're talking about stimulating that. Another way to stimulate the vagus nerve is through loud gargling with water. That's another way. It sounds weird, but to actually take the stress off of you, put some water in your mouth and gargle very loudly. And that will bring you stress. That will bring your stress down. I know. That was straight.
Where is the vagus nerve?
That's I have a diagram, so but it's right here. It's attached to your brain stem, and it travels all the way down to your digestive tract. Okay.
What does it transmit? What kind of information?
Okay, all your bodily functions, your organs. It sends a message to your brain for your organs. That's why it's so important, particularly for your heart. It tells your heart to race when you're afraid or to relax. So when you massage it and stimulate it, it will bring the stress down. Also it says loud singing. And that's that loud singing activates your vocal cords, which in turn stimulates the vagus nerve. So loud gargling with water or loud singing, that's something I just found out because I do a lot of research, Let's see what else does it say. It says, something else. I guess if you're home, you could do this. If you take your face and immerse it in very cold water, immerse your forehead, eyes, and at least 2/3 of both cheeks in the cold water. And this elicits a decrease in your heart rate.
So with your eyes closed or open?
Forehead, it says immerse your forehead, eye, and at least 2/3 of your cheeks. So your eyes, I guess, because it said 2/3 your cheek, I would say, or if your forehead and cheeks, I guess you probably would.
That's your whole face, isn't it?
Well, this said 2/3. So if your cheek, you're talking about 2/3 your cheek. What's 2/3? I guess it depends on your shaped face. Or whatever, but it sounds like the main thing, your cheek and your forehead.
Okay.
So you can't do that without putting your eyes in there.
Well, then you have to close your eyes.
Here's
Now,
the
I don't know if I should get a bowl.
Okay, here's the pill. Here's the pill, guys. Look.
Well, you got to close. Well, it didn't say for how long. This elicits and it will decrease your heart rate.
She asked a good question though. Eyes open or closed? Eyes open or closed?
Cold water. It didn't say nothing about your nose, because that's what's around you.
Wait a minute.
But
Wait a minute.
You probably do have to hold your nose, close your eyes. I mean, if you're gonna put your forehead and your cheeks, I would think I would close my eyes and nose anyway.
Automatically.
Trying to lower my heart rate. That's a minor thing if you're trying to calm down your heart. It's a minor thing to close your eyes if you're trying to calm down your heart. You can have a heart attack. You know what I mean? When you think about it. It says eating fiber also stimulates the vagus impulses to the brain, slowing gut movements and making us feel fuller. You hear that? So some people trying to lose weight, they can do that eating fiber. A lot of fiber. Well, fiber is good for you anyway. But who knew, right? And another one, this is the last one. I should have a really good big laughter. Having a good laugh lifts your mood, boosts your immune system. All right. That's that.
Yeah.
There's so much stress out there. A lot of times we don't laugh. But sometimes, we gotta laugh at ourselves. Especially now, right?
Good
Right
to the
now,
soul.
what's next thing? Okay. What it says, what the vagus nerve does, it carries signals from the digestive system and organs to the brain and vice versa. It goes back and forth. It's the 10th cranial nerve extending from its origin from the brain stem through the neck and the thorax down to the abdomen. Okay? Now, some of the symptoms of you malfunctioning is abdominal pain and bloating, acid reflux, high blood pressure, high sugar, difficulty swallowing, gagging reflex, dizziness or fainting, hoarseness, wheezing, or loss of voice. That's when your vagus nerve is pretty messed up and you may be thinking about doing something about it. Okay, it acts to counterbalance the fight or flight system. Okay, Next thing is some tips. Okay.
Isn't it said that you should be pushing up on the vagus, going to the brain?
Well, when
Not away from-
you massage, you should always go in the upward motion.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know the science to that, but you should always go in the upward motion if you are going to
Pushing to the brain.
surge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Right, on the side, you're going on both sides.
Now, Althea, what did you say about being hoarse?
Oh, that's one of the signs. That could be a sign of a malfunctioning or off balance vagus nerve. That was just one of the symptoms if it's off balance or if you need to massage it or stimulate it. Everything,
Okay.
right? Okay, now these are some more techniques. Wait a minute. One minute.
So we need to breathe 6 times a minute, dip my face in cold water,
Now,
and massage my vagus nerve.
you start doing some more breathing exercises, right? Now, we just
might
down the normal breathing.
All at one time. You can do that. And have a good laugh. And have a good laugh.
Right. Now, what they are saying is,
He said, breathe in your basic cold water.
right?
No, you not breathe in your basic cold water.
Normal breathing rates vary from 8 to 16 breaths a minute. Now, do y'all want to try that experiment with your own breath? I have a timer. Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you when to start, and after a minute, see if you can count the breaths. When you count on inhale and exhale is 1. You know what I mean? So after a minute, you count it, and I'm gonna tell you when a minute's up. Okay, start now. Normal breathing. Okay, minutes up. Numbers. Let's start with Carol. How many did you read? I can't hear you. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I forgot.
All right, Arita. How many did you have? 10. Oh, wow. You're a slow breather. Oh, how about you, Reggie?
6.
Who?
6.
That's all. That you're a very slow breather.
Yeah. When I breathe correctly, I breathe slow. So that's how you stay chill. You stay chill. Just how you got like.
Not correctly, just your normal breath. That was supposed to be. How about you, Kim?
20.
20. Okay, you're a fast breather, and you tend to be hyped like me. You know what I mean? And how about you, Wanda?
18.
18. Oh, you're hyped. See, and I can see it because we. How about you, D? How about you, D? Look at that face. How many? How many?
I think I counted 9.
9? Oh, you're a slow breather. Yeah, you are.
I did it. I just did it. I did 13.
13. Okay, that's normal. How about you, Lou?
12.
12. Okay, so you're not too bad. You're namaste. Phil, how come Phil and I'm not in the chairs?
Hold on. Let me find some seats for him.
Yeah, find some seats. And there, like you're not part of it.
Randy.
There you go. Okay.
There go
Okay.
Phil and Randy.
Randy, did you do this with us? How many did you have?
15.
Okay, you're a hyper. You're okay. How about you, Phil?
I didn't count. I'm sorry. I was.
Okay, well, you can always do that. You know, you can take it home in your homework, right?
So if you only do 2 or 3, they need to put a mirror under your nose, right?
Okay. Right now.
You might be in a coma.
Althea, this is Audrey.
Slow
I got
breathing, the
18.
ideal rate for slow breathing considered 10 breaths in a minute.
Althea,
Yes.
this is Audrey. I got 18.
18.
Where you at?
Yeah. I can't see myself in the
Why not? Where are you?
Okay, I think that's you trying to come in now.
There's a seat for you, Audrey. Where are
No
you?
more than men.
yeah, I don't I see everybody else.
Turn your camera on. I don't see you
Are you
either.
sitting over here in the corner in the
Yeah, that's probably her.
There you are. There you are now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I see you. I
You're
see
just
you.
not in the chair.
You're hiding under the table. Stop hiding under the table.
Now, an ideal slow breath is using 6 breaths a minute technique.
Wow.
That's a really, but we're not going to try to do that. Just a tip. Just always lengthen your exhale. Always lengthen your exhale, not unless it says otherwise. And
I know this
I'll
is-
show you one that-
I know this is probably another session, but are you familiar with tantric? Tantric sex? Tantric sex.
No, you can do one for us. We'll bring you on.
All right.
Introduce you. Okay. And another thing, after you exhale, you should always pause. Don't exhale and go right back into, not unless it says that, but always that's a note. When you exhale, pause for 2 seconds before you inhale again. Okay. Okay, so we won't go on to the first one we're going to do together. Is called, this is a real short one. Like under stress, you're at work, you're in traffic and things like that. It's called pierced lip breathing. It's the only one that I even found, well, actually 2, where you actually open your mouth like that, right? Now this is a deep breathing, but what it is, you take 2 full breaths. Make sure, Professor. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, you breathe in 2 seconds, right? And when you pucker your lips, you act like you're blowing out a candle. You're not forcing it out, and you let it come out naturally. So you go in like, just let the exhale be longer than the inhale. And don't force it out, just pierce the lip and just let it come out naturally. That's the kind of stuff you can do right in traffic or when you're on the phone, pushing somebody in. And you might do that 4 or 5 times. And it actually lowers your heart rate. Everything's, calm. That's the one, okay? And you repeat it, 5 to 10. Usually work up gradually. Start with 5, you work up to 10. Okay, we did the yoga breathing, which D is still working on, right? Okay, now this is another one. I meant to show y'all this the very first. It's called the nostril breathing. And what it does, it opens up that third eye that, to receive. And this is how it goes. Take your pointer finger. You don't have to do it yet, but I will show you. Take the pointer finger and you put it right at your third eye. All right, because that's because you're aiming it there, the energy. And you take your thumb, all right, and you close this nostril. You breathe in with your left nostril, right? After you breathe in, you take that little finger and hold that nostril, lift the thumb and let it out.
Lift the what?
The thumb that was holding.
Oh, the thumb. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, you lift it and you let it exhale. Then you take it in, close it, I don't face it, open it, let it out. Take it in, close it, open thing, let it out the other side. So you're just going back and forth.
Each nostril?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
You always have to keep one open to take in. Hold it, close, hold it, close, open,
Shut up, boy.
close. Randy, you okay? Oh, Randy, eating. You can do it that way, but if you want your chakra, your third eye to be open, because you see he's doing these. Can y'all see each other?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Selma? Yeah.
Stop it, Selma. Stop it, Selma. Stop it.
But if you want to receive, you know, your third eye, because you're directing energy. But anyway, that's what they call alternate nostril.
So does it matter which one? Do you keep breathing in on one side and out on the other, or do you
Right-handed, left-handed, so whatever's comfortable for you, basically.
I mean, do you alternate the nostril that you breathe in and out on? Do you alternate, or do you keep breathing in on the left?
Yeah, no, right. So I'm going in here. I'm inhaling.
Okay, so okay. Oh, okay.
Middle finger.
Okay.
So inhale and exhale on the other one, and then inhale on that same one that you just exhaled on, and then got you. While keeping my finger on the third eye, because the energy is flowing, and the energy is flowing to the third eye, and it's opening up that chakra and opening it up so that it can make that connection with the upper room. I can make the connect with the upper room.
Or reciting any mantras or something you want to. You have a question?
So I do an asana with my meditation.
Would you like to show us? Oh, you mean? Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
But what I'm saying is, it's the same technique, but we don't use the middle finger because we already are focused in the meditative state.
Yeah, right.
So it's the three fingers, which we know is here. I drop it down and go with the middle finger and the palm.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Well, whatever's comfortable with you. You know, what works for you? You know, like I'm probably works. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, and I want anybody that's had any kind of experience to just jump on in. This is our community. You know, we're all trying to get better. Well, you know. Okay, the next one is called
Althea. I think you should explain to people what the third eye is in case they don't know what the third eye is. How you do it,
that's like,
what is it for?
I know, but that's like another session because I'm gonna have someone come in with the crystals and to do the third eye thing, to do the chakra thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, see, the whole thing is my specialty. Everybody knows is essential oils. Okay. So when I'm covering a topic that I'm not an expertise in, I like to bring somebody in that is. So I'm only going to give you what I have, what my experiences. That's why I was asking people, if you know anybody, have any, like, Selma just shared, she has experience, so everybody can learn something, you know, like, so I'm sure you have some experience. If you want to explain what that third eye, you can. If you want to do that now, you can. I'm just not going to do it because I'm in a crystal, that's not my strong point. But Arita, if you want to, go ahead.
No, I'm waiting till you bring your expert on.
Okay. So this particular was just talking about the breathing, and I do plan to have some meditation, some crystals, all that good stuff that God has put on this earth for us to use for our health and wellness. So the next one is the box breathing. The box breathing is just like it says. Inhale 4 on a count of 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, inhale 4 every time. So let's try that together at any pace you like. Because I don't know how long somebody can breathe, I don't know how long their lungs, how much the lungs can hold, but like 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, inhale, back and forth. So that's why they call it a box. And that's one of the only things that you don't extend the exhale. Remember I was saying that the exhale should be longer, but this is one of those things that is not. Okay, the exception. So let's try that together. And 4, 4, 4, 4. And that's good. Okay, and next 5 minutes. That's the average. 5 minutes more, depending on. Now there's a long exhale breathing. See. Okay. Now this one is on your back. Of course, on your back. And then it says, this is how you do it. I'll give an example. I'm going to inhale on 4, and I'm going to exhale on 5. Then I'm going to inhale on 4, and I'm going to exhale on 6. Then I'm going to inhale on 4, and I'm going to exhale on 7. Then I'm going to inhale on 4, and I'm going to exhale on 8.
That's a lot of math. That's a lot of math.
See, that's the key. If you get it, notice when you're counting and doing something like that, the breath, you're not thinking about all the times you have that time.
All right,
That's
all
how
right,
you breathe.
all
That's how you
right.
relax. That's the real
Gotcha.
really, I really just get away. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm going 4 in, 5 out. 4 in, 12. Mouth closed. Now let's says 4 in, and then 5 out, and 6 out, and 7 out. You know, that's what they call deep belly breathing. And now you can stop at some point because you can't keep exhaling forever, right? Right. You know, yeah. It's called belly. Okay, now this is the other breath that you actually open your mouth. It's called, and I'm sure anybody does yoga, they're familiar with the lion's breath. Lion's breath. Okay. You inhale. This is funny, remember. You breathe in deeply, very deeply like that. And then you force the air out your mouth and you stick your tongue out and go, and as you exhale, roll your eyes toward the center of your forehead. And repeat it 3 times. Back to bring some heart rate down, and what do you do with your eyes?
Woo!
Your eyes towards the center of your forehead.
Can you demonstrate that?
Right, sure.
Just got to do it. Can't worry about what you look like. You just got to do it.
When you're doing that, it's like
That's why I call lion it. Yeah. Like more like a lion.
exactly. That's right. I've done that before. I know it's familiar with it.
What's the matter, Randy? You too cool for this, man?
Figure it out.
You got a note from your teacher? You got a note from your parents?
Everything that you feel in your body, every little hair, every little wrist, every little pitch, every little everything. The breath that's going in and out of your body. You notice everything that you hear, the street sound, the fire, the music, the noise, the dog, everything that's going on right now. That's your focus. That's staying in the present. You know, that's called mindful. You know, so if you want to sit, just quietly take your breath and just take it slow, just like on slow breath. Keep your mouth shut and just close your eyes and just focus on everything that your body feels, everything you hear, everything right here and now. Your breath is your breath. If you have any thoughts about anything, it's okay. Let it go. Just let it, and just go back to thinking about things. Say they feel like air moving. Hear my husband saying, you can keep thinking about what you feel and what you hear around you. Not thinking about the bill that you didn't pay, the person you cussed out on the phone, dog you didn't kicked, all that stuff, right? Ear breaking down.
Should you exhale slowly?
And you, yeah, but long as you exhale, remember, long as you exhale is longer than you inhale. And that's, you know, we try to stay in the day because tomorrow is gone. We never get that back. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So staying in the day is always a challenge for me. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this to talk about, right? Stay in the day. And that's what I do every day. That's one of the things I do after my prayers, after I do a reading. I have to sit just for a moment and just be mindful, trying to stay in the moment. Because I can get overwhelmed real easily. Things start flying in my head. Oh, I got to do this, I do that. Okay. And then I'm like, well, I ain't got to do everything. Oh, dear Anita. Hi, Anita. And I'm thinking, I ain't got to do everything. I try to prioritize, but I can't even do that until I stop, take a couple breaths, in and out. Yeah. It says, pay attention to all the physical sensations of the breath moving in and out of your body. And another thing I do, you can repeat things to stay in the moment. For me, I have a couple of things I say. For instance, all right, let me, I have a couple of mantras I do. Well, one of the things I say, as soon as I remember it now, I'm in a different setting. I say something about Lord, may your light energize and direct my spirit. And I'll say that over and over again. Lord, let your light energize and direct my spirit. And I'll just keep saying it and saying it. And it's feeding myself positive affirmation. It's prayer to God. I'm asking him to do this for me. First thing in the morning, to help me ground. They stay in the day. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about what's coming. And trust in him to apply the best thing for me. That's just one of my, and the other things I say in Sanskrit that you probably couldn't understand. Somebody gonna go through that right now. There's a couple of things I do. You wouldn't understand the language. You have to know the language of Sanskrit to understand what I'm saying. So I'm not even gonna compare, you know, but you can take any kind of positive affirmation. For instance, you could say, breathe in calm, exhale tension. Breathe in honesty, exhale deception. Breathe in the stuff that you want, the positive stuff. Breathe in, exhale any kind of negative thing you don't want. You know, and you can do that as often, you can do that anywhere, you know, to bring that heart rate down. See, a lot of people don't know. See, and you know, along with that, when you're breathing, there's certain oils that you can use too, to help you when you're doing that. Oh, where'd it go? I'm gonna share some of them.
Another good mantra I use is the Serenity Prayer.
Okay, yeah, that's how many times do you say it?
Over and over and over and over.
Okay, right. Whatever. That's what makes it so wonderful because you customize it to what you need to do. You know what I mean? And these are some of the oils that that can be used while you're doing that. You know, you could either, well, you know, as y'all all know, I have roll-ons that I use. And I have, well, here's the lavender one. Oh, here's the lavender. All right, this one happened to be lavender. It's in a roll on. And I replace this, I think, well, my other presentation I did on oils when I kind of showed where to put it. You get there, behind your ears, on top of your head, behind your neck, like that. Even you can take a pit and put it at the roof of your mouth if you want to get to your brain, your roof of your mouth or under your mouth. But I don't do that. I don't like the taste. But and that night.
Althea, I noticed I don't see eucalyptus on here.
Well, eucalyptus. You know what? Because I try to separate. See, I try to put the oils that was suggested to use. Like if I was to make the list, I would have other stuff on there too. But I did the research I did came up with these. So I just went.
Okay.
But I would include other things. In other words, I probably wouldn't have put some other things on there, like basil. I wouldn't have put basil on there. I wouldn't have put rosemary. The reason why I wouldn't have put rosemary, because rosemary is a stimulant. It stimulates certain, you know what I mean? But they put that down here as a relaxing oil. I wouldn't have put it down personally, but that's the list they gave. Now, the one that besides the lavender, is the vetiver. That is, oh my God. That stuff is so, you just smell it one time and I get chills all over my body.
I never heard of vetiver.
I hadn't heard of it either until my sister was working at Macy's years ago. And I bought my son some hand lotion, right? And it smells so good. And I remember he was a lifeguard and he took it to the pool with him. And after a couple of days, he was like, "Oh, what's going on? What happened to him?" He said, "Well, everybody loved that stuff." Oh, Anita has a hand up. He said, "Everybody loved that stuff so much." And I looked at it and said, vetiver was in. I had never heard of it. So of course I did my research and I bought me some vetiver. And and it was in like as a men's fragrance or something. It's so nice. Anita has her hand up. Yes, Anita.
I didn't want to keep blurting out. So yeah, I raised my hand.
That's good. Then you got to do it with us.
But for me, some of those, they affect my breathing because I have COPD. So like I couldn't do a lot of the fragrances, the oils, because I tried it, of course. I love to smell, but some of them like set me off where, you know, it bothered me. So I had to be real careful. Most of the stuff I use, it don't have a fragrance scent in it, you know, just a clear scent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. That's why I told my presentation when I did it with the oils, one of the first things I said before you ingest or try any oils, either talk to your doctor,
right.
Your medication. You might want to do a skin test to see if you're allergic to it.
Right.
I know a girl. She was on oxygen for years with the oxygen, and the doctors told her, she said, "Oh, you can come off now." And she was so frightened to come off because she's dependent on the oxygen so much. So what I did, I gave her some eucalyptus oil, and she thanked me so much. She said, "Thank you so much." She took, you know, Nadine Kim, she took the oxygen off, and she's been using that, and she's fine. But she didn't know it was gonna work or not. She was so frightened.
Right.
So I gave her some lavender too to calm her.
Okay.
And she's doing okay. But you know, everybody's different. You can't say what works for me will work for you.
Right.
Look at like what Anita said. Those things can trigger some bad things. So like I said, I would have never put rosemary, but valerian is another one. Strong relaxes you. And I have valerian, but the only thing I don't like about valerian because it stinks. It smells so bad, but it relaxes you. You know what I mean? But it's funky. Anytime I use it, my husband says, "Oh, you're using that vetiver," so I don't use it because it is offensive. But it does the job. So you gotta like decide now. Do I want to smell bad and be relaxed or what? You know. But rose is good. Frankincense, and see, they all are relaxing oils, but they also have other uses too as well. Let me see. Now, does anybody have anything else they want to add to what we've been over so far, or want me to go over anything else? Y'all got something to
That
say?
last, I have a question if you don't mind.
Sure.
That last exercise we just did, breathing in to relax and, become aware of your surroundings.
Oh yeah, the mindfulness.
The mindfulness, okay. Am I breathing in with my nostrils?
With
in
always
and out?
with your nose. Do not. Wait a minute. Let me find that piece about why. I want to read to you if it's here. Why you should not use your mouth to breathe in.
No, to breathe out is my question.
Oh, to breathe out. Yes, through your nose. The lion's breath. You breathe out your nose, and you exhale from your mouth, and the lion's breath. And everybody remember the other one where we open our mouth. Anybody remember that?
Yeah. But
like you're blowing out a candle. Remember?
So, can I just recap on the mindfulness?
Yes.
Okay, I'm breathing in through my nostrils, exhaling with my mouth open. Or
not that one. No.
Okay.
Mouth closed. Inhale
Mouth
from
closed.
your nose and exhale from your nose.
Okay,
only
got it.
two we exhale from your mouth is the lion's breath and lip piercing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like that. So the mindfulness, that's kind of up to how many breaths you want to take in, how long you want to let it out. Just remember the tips, let it be longer than the inhale. And don't try to hold your breath so long where you get dizzy, pass out on this. It's not about that. You want to do somewhere it's comfortable for you, you know what I mean?
You should have told me that before. That's like, I get that little high feeling, I'll just go to another place.
Yeah, it might be a trigger.
Might be. No.
So what do you do? What does anybody do to relax? What do you do to relax?
I do breathing exercises.
Can you show us one?
I do the 4, 7, and 8, and that helps me
Who's
with
that
the brain.
Audrey talking? I don't see.
Yeah.
Where are you? I don't see
We don't see you though.
I
We wanna
know,
see
I
you,
don't understand. I see yours, but y'all
I
can't
thought we
see.
can't see. Oh,
The
you
last
don't.
time
Is
you
that
put your
her
head
right
up.
here?
She's
How
right
do you
above.
breathe?
She's right above.
Oh, there we go. How do you do
Yeah.
it, Audrey? There she is. What do
I
you do?
breathe in 4 seconds,
And
hold for 7, breathe out for 8. And I
okay.
find that relieves the pressure on my brain.
Okay, you notice her exhale was longer than her inhale, because so you knew that already, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Does anybody else have any other breathing? Okay, Phil, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I find it very interesting because the mindfulness thing, the breathing for mindfulness. I had read something in a book. I don't know, Reggie might be familiar with it, called Mindfulness Meditation Instructions. And this is pretty much the same thing that we're doing. But what I did, I had to find a place where I was comfortable and get in a position, because the practice is that you have to really be in a space where you're comfortable.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with the breathing.
Yeah.
Because you got to get your posture right and all of this stuff, and then just be able to feel those things inside your body. Feels outside yourself. You try to ignore those sounds.
Yes.
Like I tried it first in the car, right? I was sitting outside my sister's house, and I said, "Well, since I'm sitting here waiting for this walking, I tried it and I meditated. And I tried, getting involved with meditation and ambulances and all kinds of things, all kinds of noises was going on outside. But I tried to ignore, well, you can't ignore. We're gonna be up in the face, and so I know that all this stuff. It sounds like when we're doing it here, it's good, but when we're actually practicing this later on, you might want to do it in a position where you're comfortable and you have serenity, because not a lot of noise going on and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Reggie, I'd like to talk to you about that mindfulness meditation, because I know you might be familiar with the instructions for doing that type of meditation, and it involves the breathing for the body. I know that.
Yeah, I think we might be brothers from another mother, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, what we did, the first one we did was for when you're sitting in your car. The real quick one, where you go into and let it out go into real quick. I wouldn't do mindfulness sitting. Be a little too much like we was saying. But yes, you should be find a space where you're comfortable, where it's quiet. But not everybody has that luxury of having quietness when they need it. You know what I mean?
That's why I appreciate the instructions that you're giving, because it's space to be able to get familiar with and start the process. If you really want to do it, so what you're giving us is the information that will help us get started, especially with the plan.
Plus, you ain't got to pay for it. You ain't got to pay for it.
It's free. Turn off the radio.
Time to have your hand up. Time you have your hand up.
Yeah. You were asking about techniques, right? I used to do a meditation class, right? But it was just real simple stuff. And one of the most important things is relaxation, your body. You got to be in an area where your body is just almost like limp. Sometimes that might take you a minute, like take it off. Sometimes just, doing like this, just to relax myself, and not to get dizzy, but just to kind of like stretch. And then with the breathing, your abdominal muscles, when you're breathing in through your nose, it's like you're pushing out your abdomen.
Thank you.
Breathe in, you're sucking in.
That's what we talked about, y'all.
Yes, so it's almost like controlling your muscles. So one of the things I do, I never did like the 4 or 5. I just like count to 10. And when I'm counting, your mouth is closed and you're breathing in through your nose real slow. And as you breathe in, you push out your belly. Now for me, I like to hear water. Water relaxes. So like you got to be able to identify the things that relax you. I like to hear water, and I like to hear dolphins.
Okay.
I like to hear dolphins.
That's good.
So that kind of like puts me in a place. And this is just some of the regimens that I do. Like I have an altar, right? And in my altar, certain things, it's just a spiritual kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what helps me to relax.
That's great. That's
what helps me.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing.
Tanya, what's your sign? What's your astrological sign, Tanya?
Selma, I know she got some more stuff.
Virgo.
To share, Selma. I know you got some more stuff, right?
Hey, family. Listen. I just love all of you. There's so many ways to meditate, but for me, I meditate through Vedic meditation, which comes out of the Upanishad. Comes from India, and it's kind of Christian based.
So do I. I do the same thing.
The universal sound for meditation is so. Now, as you get a fan, you get a mantra. And I've been meditating this way for over 15 years. And what it allowed me in the beginning is to sit still for 20 minutes twice a day and to be still. And what happens is the body goes through a meditation where your brain is scrambling. Wah, 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 wah. That is to help me to de-stress. So I will be thinking about bills and work and lawyers and da 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 da. That's okay. We can never stop the brain. But what it teaches me is to allow myself to relax. And then there comes a time when you meditate that you can meditate with your eyes wide open.
Yes.
To the point where you could be in the crowded room. And people are like, la, 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 and you just pop into that state.
Your thing is messed. I don't know if it's never
underwater right now.
You're underwater.
Am I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We got Christmas trees all
now. Okay, so I'm gonna move closer to the house.
Okay, good.
So I'm gonna wrap it up with this. So for me, part of the meditation, and we do asanas where we do yoga and the brain control things. But for me, I'm going a little bit quicker, so I thought, and we can post. So maybe one day I'll share that with you guys when I'm not busy to show you that breathing, and we all lay flat, and then we sit in that so on our back. Yeah. There's so many ways of meditating. There's so many ways of meditating here in California, and I will get that information on Tuesday night They have an AA-led meditation meeting under all these same principles, and they're talking about the spiritual principle. And it's led by music.
You're underwater again.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. I appreciate. I want to do a Vedic too. Sanskrit, but I didn't do it here because nobody will understand what I be saying because it's in Sanskrit language. So I've been doing that for quite some time.
We're in the classroom again.
It's very good. I appreciate it. Okay, somebody, Tan, you have your hand up still? Or is that the same?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Somebody else had their hand up.
Somebody else had, who had?
That's not me. I don't know.
I think
who-
it was Kim.
Kim,
Yeah, that's not me.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to share that how I started my meditation was I was hoping that my partner, my friend Jackie would be on here because she taught an I Chi class. I don't know if people know about that, in the water. And that's how I learned the breathing technique of teaching I Chi, if anybody know about that. Here with the music and just moving your body and breathing through your nose and releasing it out while you move your body and work your core and releasing it, and you felt like you was floating in the water.
That's the energy work. You're moving the energy. You're moving energy. Yeah.
And moving your legs and your arms and just swaying like you're in wave, like you're waving, like you're just floating on the water and you're flowing. But at the same thing, everything that Althea was teaching us, it's like you're lifting up from the water. When I would leave out the water, I feel like I was just about ready to float. So relaxing, and the music was so energizing. It's like you're swaying and you're pushing the water. It was just so, I can't explain.
Relaxing. Look, relaxing. Well, you know, water contains, the movement of water contains positive, negative ions, which relaxes you. That's why when you go to the shore, you go to the beach and you sit by the rail, like, oh, so relaxed. That's why water and movement of water. Nothing stays still. God's the only thing that don't change. Everything else changes constantly. Everything is always in flux. So every time we wake up, we're different. We're not the same person. We might be the same body, same spirit, but you know, things move. Our cells are constantly regenerating, all that. Okay, a hand. Lou, we're getting close to the hour. Lou?
Yes. One of the things, I was listening to Phil as he was sharing about, especially the noise around. One of the things that, you know, because I don't do any breathing exercises per se, besides the one that I clear out the noise in my head, or surrounding noise, I should say, not in my head, but surrounding noise is my breathing, exhaling, and I get that, as they would say, the chanting hum. And that really, I start concentrating more so on what's in my head, the noise that I'm making, more so than what's going on around me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
you know what? I'm sorry.
No, because Arita had something to add to, or told me to wait to the end, and she just reminded me. Come on, Arita.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. You sure we'll save the next thing? Because, you know, I want you to come on with your book. You know that, right?
I have prepared everything for you today.
No, I'm saying you, but
everything. I had everything here for you today.
You didn't say anything when you came on.
You asked me to come on as your special guest. What I'm supposed to say? You see me here.
I know. You told me to wait to the end. You said
no,
to wait to the
end.
So would y'all like to just make sure? Can we do that the next session? Will you be available? What's this? The second Thursday? Will you be available the fourth Thursday of this month? Arita?
The fourth Thursday.
And you would just leave. You know.
That way, everybody got something to look forward to. We know what we're looking forward to.
Yes.
All right.
Please, yes. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to, you know what, when we continue, when we come back, we'll get more into the meditative piece and the chakras like you were talking, because you can talk about that, right? Arita?
Yeah, I could talk about
that's
that.
what I'm saying. So we'll do that at the next, you know, and I want y'all to be practicing this stuff. I'm going to give y'all something. I'll come back now, right?
Homework.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay, so next we want to look forward to Arita, and she had her book of poetry just came out.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I got the first one. Y'all gotta get that. I got the first. It incorporates the recovery, you know.
Okay, so how do we get it? Do we get it from her?
Yes.
Amazon.
Now you want to
Amazon.
Amazon. It's called. What is it called, Arita? Your
One.
The first one.
Your book.
Then sings my
And
soul.
sings my soul.
Okay.
Remember that? Remember that song we went to church? Anybody?
Yeah, I do.
Sings my soul.
Yeah.
My Savior.
No, don't do that out there. Don't do that out there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I know it's time to go.
Thank you, Althea.
And we have Rita come and do her thing and all that good stuff. Because I popped all this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it.
And thank you out there for doing what you do. Thank you out there for being who you are. We appreciate everything that you are bringing to us.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dion.
Happy birthday. She's still here? Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
There was something special about her because she Aquarius like me.
Oh, and Gene's birthday today too, right? You and Gene celebrated on the same day, huh?
Yeah, Gene. Yeah.
And
Gene's
let me
birthday.
say this while I'm on. If any of you have some specialty that you'd like to share with us that will make us healthier, get well, please come on. Let me know. We need a date.
Right.
Keep on, okay?
Althea, when's your
Everybody
birthday?
has something. January 25th. Everybody has something. God has given us something. He's
Right.
given us everything we need. So share it.
So let me tell you all, the way that we found out about Althea, you know, besides anything else, is inside of the Wellness Awareness Recovery Network. And we really do, you know, we encourage you to join our community because this conversation goes on all week long, you know, and then we join here together and we can highlight some of the specialties like Althea was saying. But thank you, Althea, for stimulating the conversation and keeping us engaged. The idea is that we share this stuff with each other so that when one of us forgets, the other one will remember. Just remind each other how to stay well. And I'm extremely I'm extremely encouraged by the fact, you know, there was a time when Black folks weren't really involved in this type of conversation. We weren't talking about this kind of stuff. And I'm really encouraged to see every time I go by the healthy eating places, the vegetarian and the plant-based places now, I see folks coming in with the raw foods. Folks are really streaming in. Our folks are really streaming in. So we're really focused on maintaining our wellness. Our spiritual wellness comes first. And so thank you all for really, really coming in. What's up, Lou?
Yeah. How do you get to, say, for instance, just like Althea did today, how will you get to it on a regular basis, per se, if you're forgetting this or forgetting that, and you want to go in and find out and get to recalling whatever it is that she did?
I'll just invite you. Should I just invite them to the network? See, this is a private network. It's not Facebook. You have to be invited.
Yeah,
in.
no, that's why I'm asking.
They have guided meditations. They have every morning from 7 to 7:15. They have the Bible reading and meditation on there.
So what you do, Louis, is go to the events. Go to events and then click on the Lavenderlite. You'll see it on Tuesdays. I mean, it's on Thursdays. It's on Thursdays every second. But you can go there now, scroll down the events, click on it, and say join that you're going to attend, and then you'll get a notification. And when that notification comes to you, then you just have to click on the link.
Okay, so you say click into what?
So
I have to invite you to the network. And when you click in, you can see all the stuff, wherever you want within there, and go to the exercise. They have exercise every morning. They have the Tai Chi. They have the meetings on it. You click into. What else they got, Reggie? They got food, about recipes.
Yeah, but the most important thing out there is when you get the invitation, scroll to the bottom, put in your phone number, and download the app. And then when you download the app, it'll ask you to find a network, create or find a network. You want to find a Wellness Awareness Recovery Network. And it'll pop up when you start putting in wellness and awareness. Then once you get inside the network, the first thing you want to do is go to the events. And then look at the events and scroll down. You'll find the one that says Lavenderlite. Then click on that and join it.
Wait a minute, is this something that you sent out there?
I'm sending you to you right now, Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The invitation.
Okay.
When you click on it, it'll open up, and like Ricky said, you can register. You know.
Okay.
You go in and take a minute. It has wellness, awareness, recovery, inspirational videos. You know,
because Althea, you know that helps me a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. Oh, I thought you said.
You know, it will help me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
well, it's very helpful. I suggest everybody go. I'm telling you, so much you can get, so much you can give. You can post your own stuff on there too.
Yep.
Reggie, tell them I post stuff every day.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Can you put it in the chat? Can you put the email that we have to go to in the chat?
It's in there right now, Tanya.
I'm gonna write you right now.
But is it www.therdsf.com?
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
Invite you.
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to put it on my phone because I already got in on the computer.
Oh, you already?
Yes.
Just go to the app store and put in Mighty Networks, right?
Yes.
What?
Mighty Networks. I'm gonna put it in.
Okay, so I have to create an account.
Yes. Go ahead and create one.
Yeah, put your information, but you don't have to put no personal information like
Take a breath.
Your session has ended. Allow Reggie to invite folks to the network.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So yeah. Yes.
And Reggie.
Yes.
Do me a favor. Send me the info on my text so I can log in on the phone.
Okay, I will do
I
it.
know I can do everything else from there.
I will do that. I'll tell you what else we're going to do because of the fact that most folks need a little bit of coaching on how to use the app and because it's something new. Well, April 1st, save the date, April 1st, around 3 o'clock. So April 1st, let's say around 4 o'clock if you're not going to be there physically. But if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, April 1st, we're going to do some bowling. And then we'll take a little time to learn how to use the app as well. We'll eat a little food, we'll have a little fun, and then we'll, school everybody on how to use the app. Then we'll really be kicking because you guys have a lot of information to share. Once we get everybody sharing the information and connected with each other, it's gonna be cooking with oil. You know what I'm saying, Phil?
Enjoy your birthday, Dion.
So look, this has been the end. This has been another beautiful session of Lavenderlite. I want to thank everybody who's watching now on demand. We're gonna cut this one down, and then we're gonna do the after party. We're gonna have to start recording the after party because the after party is slamming too. We're bringing some music, the whole nine. But for those of you who are not here live, you should be here live next time so you can get your get what you need. Get what you need. Yeah. Yo, this is your man, Reggie Smith. I want to thank y'all for being a part of the positive attitudes that we share right here inside of the Wellness Awareness Recovery Network. We'll come back again on the second and fourth. I'll keep messing up. The second and fourth Thursday at 2:30. Say it with me now. The second and fourth Thursday at 2:30. All right, cool. See y'all next time. All right, peace and blessings.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Have a nice day. Safe time. Like Luke.